Hi guys, this is Zilla. I'm back again with another video, and today I'm going to show you the first 15 things you need to do when you get your Honor 10 handset. Now I've got a list here. It's in no particular order, so these are my 15 tips and tricks for the Honor 10. First thing is home screen. So pinch in, go to settings, decide which home layout you want. So do you want it by 4x6, 5x5 or 5x6? I've got it at 5x6. Auto align, I leave that switched off. Shake. Badge icons. So which icons do you want to have little badges on when you get a notification? That's what that is. And search results. So you decide which, when you search for something, which apps it searches in. Home screen loop, that's if you don't want the Google feed, and that's the home screen setup. And also you can pick your wallpaper, transitions and widgets. So that's pretty straightforward. Next tip, we have to go into Wi-Fi and wireless networks, go into Wi-Fi and go into Wi-Fi Plus. Now I switched this on straight out the box because it switches between Wi-Fi and mobile data. So I've had instances where my mobile data has gone off. I haven't realized there's been an issue with my network and it hasn't gone to Wi-Fi, or I've had it on Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi has gone down. I didn't know it had gone down and I wasn't receiving my emails or anything. It also turns it on and off automatically, your Wi-Fi. So it basically, it'll connect to your Wi-Fi, your home Wi-Fi, for example, your work Wi-Fi, automatically when you're within range. And when you're not, it switches it off. It also evaluates available Wi-Fi networks, so it can automatically suspend them and so on. So that's tip number 2, Wi-Fi Plus. Now, next tip is dual SIM settings. Now, I haven't got any SIM card in here at the moment because I've taken them out, because for this video, I do not want, actually let me switch off my Wi-Fi as well. I do not want a load of messages coming through when I'm trying to film this, but it is a dual SIM phone. So if you are going to use 2 SIM cards, my suggestion is go into this setting, decide which one gives you the default mobile data, which is your default SIM card, enable call forwarding between the SIM cards and internet access during calls, and dual SIM 4G. Very important if you're going to be using 2 different SIM cards. So if we come out of that, we're going to go into notifications, apps and notifications. So we go into notification management. Now here, I'll just click on that first one. Go into here, set up which apps you want to get notifications from individually and how you want those notifications. So do you want it displayed in the status bar? Do you want banners? They're the like drop down type ones. Do you want it as a priority? So for example, if your emails are priority, switch that on. What notification tone do you want? Do you want it to vibrate? Do you want badges on the corner of the actual app icon? Okay, that's an important one, so you don't miss out any notifications and so on. Now next, default apps. Now, what is default apps? These are the apps that are used when you click on a specific icon on your home screen or in your apps drawer. So for example, if I don't want to use Honor's own email app, I can select this and I can change it to Gmail, for example, right there. But I'm just using Honor's basic email app that comes in it. Same with the browser, so you can change it from Chrome if you had Samsung Internet and so on. So go in here and select what apps you want as your default apps. Very important. Next tip, app twins. Now this basically means if you've got, because it's dual SIM card capable, this phone, if you've got 2 Facebook accounts, 2 Messenger accounts, 2 WhatsApp accounts set up on separate phone numbers, which for example WhatsApp you need to, you come in here and you switch these on and it creates 2 individual apps for the 2 different SIM cards you have. So you can have one Facebook profile on one SIM card number and another Facebook account or profile on the other SIM card. Same with Messenger, same with WhatsApp and Telegram and so on. And in this little section here, we're also going to notifications and status bar. Now here, I've got this switched off, notifications turn on screen because I don't like it. Pulse notification light, display carrier name, notification method. So you can have icons, numbers, and none. I have it on icons. Display network speed, which I don't bother about, and battery percentage. So do not show it next to the battery icon or inside the battery icon. I have it so the percentage is in the actual battery icon because it saves space in your notification bar. Because of that notch, you want to try and save as much space as possible. So those are my tips there. Now moving on to, we'll come out of here. Let's have a look. Let's go to battery. Now in battery, this isn't an OLED display like some Huawei and Honor phones, predominantly Huawei phones. So you don't have that screen darkening mode, you know, where it makes all the settings menus black. So that's not relevant here. But what is relevant here is app launch. Now here, basically, you can decide which apps launch when. So it's warning me here, Telegram, for example, refreshes frequently in the background. So let's say if I go into Ada 64, I can have it so it auto launches on startup or in the background. I can have it so other apps can automatically launch it, and I can also switch it off from running in the background. So that's a definite something I would definitely recommend to save battery in the long term. So definitely app launch 100%. Now if we come out of here, let's go into display. Now in display, I've got my automatic brightness switched off for the sake of this video because I don't want it to be going up and down the actual screen brightness because it will interfere with the contrast on the camera. But you can switch that auto brightness on, which is what I would do normally. Sleep mode, I've got it set for 10 minutes again for the sake of this video, but normally 30 seconds. It will save you battery life in the long run. Eye comfort, so I have mine scheduled so it comes on at 10 o'clock at night and goes off at 7 in the morning. That's an important one, especially if you have trouble sleeping. It gives you that sort of blue tint on the actual, gets rid of the blue tint, sorry, it makes it a bit more yellowy. Now home screen style, out of the box it comes like an iPhone. All the icons and apps are all over the home screens, can't stand that. So I click on drawer, so I have a traditional app drawer right here like every other Android device. So let's go back in here, and where were we? In display, that's right. So app drawer, definite. You can pick a wallpaper here, but because it is an LCD panel, you don't have to go with a dark wallpaper. It wouldn't make a real difference in this case. You can pick whichever wallpaper you like. Full screen display. This is basically which apps you want running in full, because this is an 18 or 19 by 9 aspect ratio. So this allows you to pick which apps you want running in full screen mode. So again, movie apps, things like that, like Netflix, I would select that option for those sort of apps. Notch. Now you can have the notch hidden. So I've got it hidden here, for example. Let me switch it off and you can see the difference. So if you can't stand the notch, I'll leave it on. I don't mind the notch. Actually, I've gotten quite used to it. So that's another tip there. View mode, text size, they just control the size of the text and the actual bubbles in your messages and so on. Full HD screen resolution. So you can have smart resolution on. So it'll lower it down to 720p in certain situations, and it'll push it up to 1080p, which is full HD plus. I don't bother using smart resolution, but if you want to save battery life, that's a worthwhile using thing that. So come out of that. Screensaver I don't use. Auto rotate screen and smart rotate. We all know what those are. Smart rotate follows the direction of your face. So when you're laying down and you're holding it reads your face and knows which way your face is looking, or if it's on its side, if it's in landscape mode, it'll automatically allow the screen to move in that direction. So next, sound. Now here you got your ringtone, media, alarms. I'm not going to get into that, but you might want to look here because you've got 2 SIM cards. You can select different ringtones for each SIM, whether they vibrate for each individual SIM, and default sound notification. Here you've got the sound effects. I haven't got headphones plugged in, but if you have headphones plugged in, click on this option, select what type of headphone it is. Is it over-ear headphones? Is it in-ear headphones? You have to go in here and select that, and you can select what type of equalizer you're using, and more sound settings, basic stuff. So for example, lock screen, you can have a noise, like a little noise when you open the lock screen, screenshot sound, etc. So sounds, that's that for that. Now let's go into, I'm not going to look into storage because there is no micro SD card, so it's pretty straightforward. Security and privacy. Now find my device, switch that on, because you can then, if you lose your phone, you can go into any of these to find it. Finger ID. Now for security, you can set up Finger ID and Face Lock. I've got both mine set up. Finger ID is a little bit slow on this device. I don't know why, it's a different style, I guess. But Face Unlock is very fast. So if I go into, let's try and set up a fingerprint real quick. Oh, cancel. We're going to here. Let me try and show you. You can see I'm setting up a fingerprint right there. See, it's a little bit slow. Well, I'm not going to bother with that, but you get the idea. Then you can use your fingerprint. You can set it to unlock your screen, access, enable safe before associating your fingerprint, access safe. I haven't used that yet. Access app lock, which I'll show you in a little bit, and so on. And fingerprint recognition, we're not going to get into that. Face unlock, you know what face unlock is. Very, very fast on this phone. Definitely worthwhile it. Using that. Lock screen and passwords. Now private space. Private space is where you have 2 phones home screens, or 2 phones essentially as in one. So if I come out of here, you can see this home screen. So if I switch that off and I put this thumb on this fingerprint sensor, you see that? It's a completely different home screen now, because I've got it set up so you can have a complete, it's just a really nice feature. So if I close that and I use the other thumb here to unlock, it should take me back, there we go, into my original home screen. That's really, really good. So if you could have one set up for your work as your work phone, one set up for your private phone, if that makes sense. Completely have different apps, different setups, different everything. Really, that's one feature I love from Honor and Huawei, that private space. Love it. App lock. Now, access app lock with your fingerprint, lightly press against sensor to verify. If I go in here, I can go into each individual app and lock it. So let me demonstrate one, okay? So let's try and come out of here, go into here. Let me try and click on that. Lightly press on the fingerprint. There we go. Now it lets me get into the app. So that's, again, if you've got like your photo gallery and you don't want anyone accessing it, like work colleagues, your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever, that's a definite must-do feature. File safe is the same thing as app lock, and I'm not going to go into this in too much detail. This is quite a lot of stuff you don't need to know about when you first get your device. So that's your security tips there. Smart assistants now. Let's go into smart assistants. Now you want to look at here, motion control. Switch these on if you want to use them. So flip to mute, I use that. So if someone's ringing, I can turn my phone over and it will silence it. Pick up to reduce ringing volume or wake your device, I use that. Lift to wake, because when I use the lift to wake, it instantly reads my face and unlocks straight into the home screen. Raise to ear to answer or make calls or control the speaker stroke Bluetooth headset. These are really good features I love using on Honor and Huawei phones, really good. And then smart screen, these are the knuckle gestures, so smart screenshot, draw a letter. So let's go into here, let's switch it on. So if I draw the letter C, it'll take me straight into camera. You see that? So really nice features these. And split screen gesture, where you draw a line across the screen with your knuckle to enter split screen mode. So definitely you want to look at going to smart assistants and then motion control. And finally, my last tip is going to system navigation. Now here you can have off-screen buttons where you just use the fingerprint sensor to control everything. So I'll show you that here. So you tap the fingerprint sensor, it returns. Press and hold, it goes to your home screen. Recent tasks, you swipe across it. And Google app, you swipe up from the bezel down here. You can have an on-screen navigation, single navigation key, which I kind of don't really see the point of. I have this, the virtual navigation bar. So the traditional home, multi-apps. Sorry guys, let me just focus that. So you've got multi-apps, home, back, and pull down notification tray. That's the one I use myself. So let's click that on. If I switch that on, I have a little arrow down here, which allows me to hide it if I want to hide it, and bring it, swipe to bring it back up. And then here you have a navigation dock, which is a little round circle that comes up, floats on the screen. And when you click on it, let's show you actually. Let me switch it on. So if I click on that, it shows you the different things you can do. Okay, so let's switch that off. So there you have it, guys. They are my top tips for the Honor 10. They're the first things I will do when you get your Honor 10. I hope you found this very useful. I have loads and loads and loads of videos coming up for the Honor 10. Really beautiful, great device. I've had mine for a few weeks, so I've really well versed in how to use it. Look at that color, beautiful color, stunning. Trust me, on camera it doesn't do it justice. So I'll show you that little trick. Use my other thumb, should take me into the different home screen. Love that feature. Private space, love this feature, such a good feature. Anyway guys, any questions, let me know in the comments below. Smash the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please share it on all your social media, because it helps me grow the channel and it'll help others out who are thinking about buying this device, or who people who have already got it. Because these tips, they're very good tips for using your device to its full potential. I can't stand when people buy a good device and they don't know how to use it. Anyway guys, this is your boy Zilla. Until next time, stay safe, take care, and peace.